Today on Daily Tech Global, Reddit is using LLMs to fight AI-generated spam, a UK regulator says finance watchdogs are in an AI arms race, and GitHub is showing what real secret scanning cleanup looks like at scale. We will also cover Illinois moving toward annual AI safety audits, Canadian cyber operations against a ransomware gang, and why smart glasses are becoming a privacy story, not just a gadget story. The main takeaway is simple: AI is no longer one story. It is infrastructure, it is spam, it is regulation, it is security operations, and it is a privacy camera on somebody's face. Builders and businesses now have to treat AI as an operating environment, not a single product launch. Story 1 comes from TechCrunch. Reddit is using large language models to fight a problem that large language models helped create. The headline is almost the entire paradox of modern platforms. Cheap text generation lets attackers, growth hackers, and spam operators produce more plausible posts, comments, and engagement bait. But the same class of technology can also help platforms classify suspicious behavior, summarize abuse patterns, and scale moderation queues. The confirmed fact here is limited and important. TechCrunch reports that Reddit is using LLMs to help cull spam in the AI era. The analysis is that every major user-generated platform is heading toward model versus model operations. One model writes content or automates accounts. Another model ranks trust, detects repetition, and routes cases to human review. That does not make the problem solved. It changes the economics of the fight. For everyday users, this matters because the feed may look normal while the trust layer underneath is changing. For developers, it means anti-abuse systems need evaluation, appeals, privacy controls, and human escalation. A spam classifier that is fast but opaque can accidentally punish legitimate communities. A classifier that is too cautious can leave AI-generated manipulation in place. The key question is not, did Reddit use AI? The key question is, how is the platform measuring false positives, coordinated behavior, and user harm? Story 2. Ars Technica reports that a UK financial regulator warned of an arms race to keep up with AI use in financial services. The page summary says millions are using the technology for personal finance decisions, and that an FCA official made the case for greater powers for the watchdog. This is one of the most practical AI governance stories of the day. Finance is where bad advice, biased scoring, hallucinated recommendations, and automated fraud can turn into direct consumer harm. If AI tools become the front door for budgeting, investing, lending, insurance, or customer support, regulators have to understand both the model and the business workflow around it. The model can be wrong. The data can be stale. The interface can nudge users into risky choices. And the vendor chain can hide who is actually responsible. The useful framing for businesses is this: AI compliance is becoming operational. It is not enough to write a policy saying employees should be careful. Teams need logs, model inventories, vendor due diligence, testing for known failure modes, escalation paths, and clear ownership when a customer-facing AI system causes harm. Story 3. Techmeme's feed summarized a CBS News report that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed SB 315, requiring annual third-party safety audits of leading AI companies. Techmeme also said OpenAI and Anthropic backed the bill. Because the original CBS link was not accessible from this environment, we are treating Techmeme's RSS summary as the confirmed source and not adding extra claims beyond that. Why it matters: third-party audits are becoming the political compromise between banning powerful AI systems and trusting companies to grade their own homework. The hard part is audit quality. An annual audit can be meaningful if it tests real risks, gives auditors enough access, and results in useful remediation. It can be theater if it becomes a checklist with no technical depth. For AI companies, the direction of travel is clear. Safety claims are going to need evidence that outsiders can inspect. Story 4 is a security operations lesson from GitHub. GitHub says it had more than 20,000 secret scanning alerts across 15,000 repositories, then worked through signal, noise, and remediation workflows to reach inbox zero. That number is the story. Secret scanning is not just a feature that finds leaked tokens. It is a program. Once alerts appear, somebody has to validate them, revoke credentials, rotate secrets, notify owners, suppress false positives, and change developer behavior so the same pattern does not return next week. This is where AI can help responsibly, triaging alerts, grouping related exposures, drafting owner notifications, and summarizing risk. But credentials still need real revocation, and repositories still need governance. For builders, the advice is direct: enable secret scanning where available, protect branches, use push protection, avoid long-lived tokens, rotate secrets automatically where possible, and make the remediation owner obvious before the alert arrives. The worst security alert is not the one that fires. It is the one everyone assumes somebody else handled. Story 5 comes from TechCrunch. Canada's Foreign Intelligence Agency disclosed in an annual report that it hacked drug traffickers, extremists, and a ransomware gang last year. This is a cybersecurity story about state capability and public signaling. The confirmed reporting is that the agency described operations against serious threats, including ransomware. The broader lesson is that ransomware is treated as a national security issue, not merely an IT nuisance. Governments are using legal authorities, intelligence, disruption, sanctions, arrests, infrastructure takedowns, and public attribution. For companies, that does not replace basics like backups and segmentation. It reinforces them. If a ransomware group is serious enough to be in an intelligence report, your defensive plan should assume professional adversaries, not random malware. Story 6 is about AI wearables and privacy. The Verge argues that discrete AI devices such as smart glasses, pins, and pendants can be handy tools, but their recording capabilities can turn people into unintentional spies. The key phrase is unintentional. The risk is not only a malicious user secretly recording. It is the normal user who forgets that a wearable camera, microphone, cloud assistant, and memory feature can capture people who never consented to be part of a dataset. This is where product design matters. Visible indicators, local processing options, recording limits, consent queues, enterprise policies, and clear deletion controls are not cosmetic. They are the difference between helpful ambient computing and social surveillance. A quick security note from Wired: its latest roundup says Apple's Hide My Email service failed to hide email in a reported issue, alongside other security items including scattered spider extradition, license plate reader errors, and WhatsApp username concerns. The theme connecting that roundup to the rest of today's show is trust boundaries. Alias email, identity systems, license plate readers, chat usernames, and AI spam filters all depend on users trusting that the system does exactly what the label says. So what should you do with today's news? If you run a platform, assume AI-generated abuse is now a standing cost of doing business, and measure your countermeasures for accuracy and fairness. If you deploy AI in finance or customer support, document the workflow, not just the model. If you ship AI products, prepare for audits that require evidence. If you manage code, treat secret scanning as an operational queue with owners and revocation, not a dashboard. If you buy smart wearables for work, write privacy rules before the devices show up. The bottom line: AI is entering the boring but powerful phase. It is inside spam fighting, regulator planning, compliance audits, developer security, intelligence operations, and wearable cameras. That phase is less flashy than a new chatbot demo, but it is where the real social and business impact will happen. The winners will be the teams that can prove what their AI systems do, limit what they should not do, and respond quickly when the system touches trust, money, identity, or privacy.